Hi, God. Thanks for the shine. Hello, people. I'm one of the people. Let's hang out. But before we go, we got to do what we got to do, man. We're going to take a sip and then we're going to hop on this bit because we got that. What is this one? This is the New Hampshire board game. Okay. So this one is just going to be a lecture. It's just going to be a notice. We're going to read it and we're going to flow with it, man. These are going to be some powerful words. Okay. So hold on. Let me take a sip and let's hop on this bit, man. Yeah, it gets me in my mind, okay? So, all right, we got everything set, okay? All right, so we got a lot of bits that we got to read today, so we're gonna try to make this one clean, okay? I will try not to get distracted and then go off on tangents because the words in this notice are so beautiful, man. Okay, so this one is that New Hampshire board game. Okay, shout out to New Hampshire. Shout out to my man Chris. No, yes, man, that's what's up, man. You wrote a fire notice, brother. This one hits hard. I know Holy Ghost is working with you, man. All right, so check this out. It says, remember the order. Okay, private is not public. Repeat. Private is not public, okay? And then you drop down, and then we got that building block right here where it says New Hampshire Constitution, Part 1st, Article 7, text of Article 7, okay? State sovereignty. Remember this, okay? It says the people of this state have the sole and exclusive right of governing themselves as a free, sovereign, and independent state. Okay, that's a full statement right there, all right? It says, and do and forever hereafter shall exercise and enjoy every power, jurisdiction, and right, pertaining thereto, which is not or may not hereafter be by them expressly delegated to the United States of America in Congress assembled. Period. Okay. So that's a beautiful notice, or not notice, right? But that's beautiful knowledge right there, man. So now when you drop down, we got this right here where it says, boss people of New Hampshire, knowledge show. Okay, so the people out there in New Hampshire are boss, man. They about that life, man. Okay, so check this out. We got that word, love, word, God. Who is that? Jesus Christ. Okay, don't get butthurt. Don't get butthurt because I'm a Christian and I'm always going to show you. This is what I'm always showing you. I'm always going to show you my status, my standing, and my jurisdiction. Okay, it says by God we serve, with love. Okay, who is that? Jesus Christ. Okay, remember this and we're going to be cool, man. All right, so then you drop down and it says let's have some fun, man. We love to have fun. Okay, so we got those eyes locked. Okay, then we got those ears open. Okay. And then it says showtime. It says greetings. Hello, brides, right? This is for our brides, man. This is for all the people's brides out there right now, okay? And then we got that lecture, which means read, which means collect, which means gather, okay? So we just gathered up the words that the good people, the good men and the good women out there in New Hampshire are putting together and putting down for their servants, okay? That's what's up. What happened? I think I lost my sound. All right, hold on 1 second. All right, here we go. It's buffering. Okay. That happens. All right, so we got the sound back, I have to have the sound in the background because that's that white noise that I use, okay? Okay, so here we go. We're on that lecture bit. We're going to show you the words that the good men and the good women out there in New Hampshire have put together, and then they're laying out the law clearly for their public servants, okay? So here we go. Let's go ahead and jump off into the word, man. It says the people notice to New Hampshire Education Commissioner Frank Edelblut, or Edelblut, okay, Edelblut, okay, that was a slip right there, Frank Edelblut, all right, this one's for you, bro. It says to New Hampshire Education Commissioner, and then the name of the man who's holding that title right now, State of New Hampshire Department of Education, and then we got the address right there, okay? So that's who this is going to, okay? This is always going to be going out to the public servants, man. We love you, okay? So we're here just to show you some knowledge right now, right? So here we go. We're on that New Hampshire board game 2. All right, here we go. It says notice to agent is notice to principal, and notice to principal is notice to agent, okay? I state your name, one of the people, of one of the people as seen in New Hampshire Constitution, Part 1, Articles 1, 2, 7, 8, 10, 12, 32, and 38, okay? Sui juris. Do now present you with this lawful command to follow my instructions, okay? As you are specifically bound to do under my powers found in Part 1, Article 32, that you may provide due care to immediately redress the following grievances, okay? We're going to list out those grievances, man. These are powerful words right here, man. All right, here we go. New Hampshire board game 3. All right, it says, please take notice that the Department of Education personnel are currently operating outside of the terms of agreement found within the Express Trust Indenture known as the New Hampshire State Constitution. All right, the express portion of the phrase Express Trust Indenture means that only what is expressly written is granted authority, and what is not expressly written is forbidden. Remember this, okay? New Hampshire Constitution, Part 2, Article 83, contains the expressly written grants regarding what knowledge can be diffused through the public schools. Remember this, okay? Only what is expressly granted there is authorized, and what is not expressly granted is forbidden, all right? See evidence below. Check out this building block right here. It says that which is granted or reserved in a certain specified form must be taken as it is granted and will not be permitted to be made the subject of any adjustment or compensation on the part of the grantee. Okay, remember this. All right, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 4. Okay, it says, please take notice that the Department of Education is charged with administering the curriculum in the New Hampshire public schools, okay? It is currently diffusing to the community prohibited knowledge which is not contained in the express written grant found within the original general grant of authority which the people of New Hampshire entrusted to all magistrates and officials to carry out under the constraints of New Hampshire Constitution, Part 1, Article 38. Check out these words right here. It says, and they have a right to require of their lawgivers and magistrates an exact and constant observance of them in the formation and execution of the laws necessary for the good administration of government, man. Remember this, okay? Laying out the law for you right now. All right, here we go. We're on that New Hampshire board game 5. Okay, it says, please take notice. That's that knowledge. It says, please take notice that the Express Trust Indenture called the New Hampshire Constitution. See these reps? We're getting our reps on, okay? Called the New Hampshire Constitution has clear and detailed expressly written grants concerning education in public schools, okay? It says Part 2, Article 83, clearly defines the intent of all education in public schools as to be constrained to the sole purpose of preserving a free government. All right, remember that. It's all about that free government, and that free is that love, man. It says nothing about the sexually charged information now being diffused in the curriculum, libraries, and so on serves any purpose towards preserving a free government. All right, can't do that. All right, the founders of New Hampshire expressly wrote grants for the following subject matters to be handled by the public schools. All right, check out what it's joined with. It says literature, sciences, agriculture, arts, commerce, trades, manufacturers, and natural history of the country. Okay, that's it, man. Very limited, all right? But very broad at the same time. It says under the historical analysis test, the customs and usage at the time of the writing of the original law found in Part 2, Article 83, not one of these words was found to contain any meaning whatsoever related to sexuality, okay? You don't see it, you don't do it, all right? Therefore, the express grant that the people of this state originally entrusted to public schools has solely to do with the aforementioned subject matters, all right? Conversely, there being no express grant contained in the article to diffuse knowledge of a sexual nature, all right, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 6. All right, the diffusion of sexual information is forbidden. Repeat, the diffusion of sexual information is forbidden. Okay, it says this means that the founders expressly forbade, by way of omission, the subject matter currently in controversy in the public school. Okay, it says the founders clearly reserved this private topic back to the people. It says, therefore, by virtue of the state constitution's two-part construction and formation as an express trust indenture, remember those words, right? There exists nowhere in the New Hampshire Constitution, Part 2, Article 83, a general grant to diffuse matters reserved back to the people. See evidence below, okay? It's that building block right here. Maxim. As usurpation is the exercise of power, which another has a right to, so tyranny is the exercise of power beyond right, which nobody can have a right to. Okay, remember this, okay? That's that Loch Ness Monster. All right, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 7. It says, please take notice, that's that knowledge. Please take notice that in New Hampshire Supreme Court case, Worcester v. Plymouth, read it, the justices stated the following to illuminate, that's that light, the intent of the framers of the state constitution. Check out these words right here, powerful. It says, the division of the Constitution into two parts was not made without purpose, and the name of each part is not without significance, all right? It says the first is a Bill of Rights, okay? The first is a Bill of Rights, all right? The second is, in general, a grant of powers made by the people to magistrates and officers of the government who are declared in Part 1, Article 8, to be the grantors agents. Repeat, to be the grantors agents. The first contains a list of rights not surrendered by the people when they form themselves into a state. Part 1, Article 1, 2, 3, Part 2, Article 1. By the reservation of these, they limited the powers they granted in the second part and exempted themselves to the stipulated extent from the authority of the government they created, okay? Who created it? The people, all right? Let's keep it going, man. Powerful words. We love these words, man. All right, we got that New Hampshire board game 8. All right, it says, please take notice, that's that knowledge. Please take notice that in New Hampshire Constitution, Part 1, Articles 2, 4, and 5, the people reserve back to themselves the ability to raise their families under their own private conscience as they see fit, regarding all matters which they did not expressly grant authority to public schools to diffuse knowledge about, as seen in Part 2, Article 83, okay? It says private parts of the people are the most intimate and private affairs of all, okay? And were expressly accepted from public education by way of the people reserving back to themselves, Part 1 of the Constitution, and by way of expressly omitting any general grant of authority to discuss matters of sexual nature in the public schools in Part 2 of the state constitution, man. You see these words, man? You can't do what you think you're doing, all right? Let's keep it going. All right, here we go. We're on that New Hampshire board game 9. All right, here we go. It says, please take notice that, that's that knowledge, New Hampshire RSA, that's that Romeo, that's that Sierra, that's that Alpha, 571B, B as in Bravo, TAC 4, has no bearing whatsoever on the ability of the Commissioner of Education to summarily order an immediate cease and desist notice for the removal of all curriculum, books, magazines, videos, audiobooks, or any other form of diffusion of knowledge of a sexual nature. All right, remember this, okay? New Hampshire, Rico, Sierra, Alpha, that's that Romeo, Sierra, Alpha, right, 571, B as in Bravo, TAC 4, deals with providing a preliminary hearing for any persons, remember, a person's a tool that the people create, for any persons employed in the government who are charged with the crime of exposing harmful materials to minors. This notice lawfully issued by the people is not a demand for the arrest of any current government officials. Repeat, this notice, lawfully issued by the people, is not a demand for the arrest of any current government officials. Therefore, this does not trigger any actions requiring any preliminary hearings required under Romeo Sierra Alpha 571, B as in Bravo 4, right? This lawful order issued by me is an order to immediately return to the required good faith fulfillment of your agreed upon duty to never trespass the people by allowing the public government to interfere with the private people and what they have reserved back to themselves by way of Part 1 of the state constitution and by way of expressly granting you specific topics of education in Part 2, Article 83, and by way of omitting and thereby forbidding you any access to subjects not expressly. Hold on, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 10. Expressly granting authority for you to diffuse knowledge regarding. See evidence below. Man, these are some powerful words. We got that building block maxim. An affirmative statute does not take away from the common law, okay? Building block, all right? Good faith demands that what is agreed upon shall be done, okay? And then we got that other building block. It says the government is to be subject to the law, for the law makes the government, okay? Then we got that other building block where it says the government cannot load a citizen with imposition against his will or consent, okay? And then we got that other building block right here. Hold on. Excuse me. Coffee makes me burp. And then we got that other building block right here where it says constitutions and law precede the judiciary, okay? Remember this, okay? All right, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 11. That's that 1-1. All right, it says, please take notice that Commissioner Frank E. Del Blutt did provide us an article from the Buffalo Law Review wherein the following points were exceedingly well established. That, look at what it's joined with, that the state constitution is, in fact, a trust indentured. All right, check this out. It says that all government officials' primary duty is to follow the instructions of the grantors of the trust. Okay, check it out. Right, it says, and that their secondary duty is to carry out their duties in accordance with the law. Okay, who wrote the law? The people. All right, under God. All right, let's keep it going. It says the law is the New Hampshire Constitution. And it is clear the people have a guaranteed right to give instructions as seen in Part 1, Article 32, and the law pertaining to the matter at hand is clearly seen in Part 2, Article 83, with the express grants listed and the sexual matters omitted and thereby expressly forbidden. Therefore, it is well established by Frank E. Del Blutt himself that this is within my powers to command. Whose powers? The people's powers, man. All right, let's keep it going. This powerful notice, man. All right, here we go. We're on that New Hampshire board game 1-2 for 12, all right? It says, please take notice that, that's that knowledge, it is evident that the New Hampshire Constitution is an express trust indentured. Get those reps on, man. By way of the phrase accepting the trust as seen in Part 2, Article 84, and by way of the word agent, appearing in Part 1, Article 8. As the definition of trustee in Black's Law 4th edition includes agents, right? As well as other factors not listed here, okay? Let's keep it going, man. This is so powerful. We love these words. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 1-3 for 13. It says, please take further notice, that's that knowledge. It is my wish and demand that you, Mr. Frank E. Del Blutt, New Hampshire Education Commissioner of Public Schools, shall immediately upon receipt of this notice utilize the authority vested in you by the seat of your office, which the people created, okay? Remember that. The people created your office, all right? To order that all personnel in your charge cease and desist any diffusion of knowledge, pertaining to the sexual matters in controversy at present, okay? You shall specifically list for immediate removal from all public schools/school libraries, the books/materials in a list which will be provided to you by one of the below listed representatives, okay? Check this out. It says you shall establish a weekly progress report with the New Hampshire House Representatives below, whom I now also command to undertake this task of overseeing your fulfillment of good faith duty to restrain your staff from violating the New Hampshire Constitution and the logistical operation required to bring the New Hampshire Department of Education back into compliance, okay? You shall utilize the notice that we present for you for your use. See attached cease and desist notice at the bottom of this notice. You may add specifics such as time and place, etc., to place on your letterhead as the general command to. All right, let's keep it going, man. These are these commands right now. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 14. That's that 1-4. It says to your charges, and then you may engage the below listed representatives, particularly Shane Sirois, right? Sirois, I hope I said that right, for suggestions and oversight of the logistics involved with the physical removal of the materials in controversy, okay? We don't want any more controversy. We seek agreement. All right, it says, you shall ensure that no Department of Education employees, appointees, volunteers, librarians, or any persons whatsoever, who hold any title or color of law within the Department of Education shall diffuse any more information from any of those physical materials while this operation is underway, okay? Remember this, okay? Keep your people in check. It says, you shall provide to the below listed New Hampshire House Representatives a written report of any personnel in your charge who attempt to interfere with this lawful command that I have issued to you. You shall provide a written report of any other government official who is a trustee of mine that attempts to interfere with my guaranteed right to require of you an exact and constant observance of the law. New Hampshire Constitution, Part 1, Article 38. Anything less than what is outlined here shall be considered maladministration, and the several people will issue sworn and notarized affidavits attesting to your insubordination, okay? We're going to get you with the words, man. That's why we're laying it out for you so clear, okay? These are some powerful words, man. All right, here we go. We got that New Hampshire board game, 1-5 for 15. It says, my final wish and demand. That's that knowledge, man. That's that love too, because when you got that wish, that's that love. It says, my final wish and demand. If you believe that you have been granted authority anywhere in the state constitution to block my guaranteed rights to have only the knowledge diffused in New Hampshire public schools be from those subject matters expressly granted, or that any of the foregoing statements in this notice are untrue, or that any one of my other government trustees outranks me in this chain of command established by the trust indenture, then rebut this notice point by point by way of sworn and notarized affidavit under penalty of perjury within 7 business days. It says, you shall deliver your rebuttal by certified mail to the New Hampshire House Representatives listed below at their state house mail addresses, okay? Do it, man. It says, if you should fail to respond with constitutional authority showing how you can block or infringe constitutionally guaranteed rights of your grantors, also called the people, then you agree by acquiescence, that means you remain silent, that you are bound to execute my instructions, and you further agree that this notice shall stand as evidence, truth, and fact in law in all courts of record, man, period, the end. It says, should you desire to be a good and faithful trustee, then I will greatly appreciate you, and you shall inform New Hampshire House. All right, let's keep it going. All right, we're on that New Hampshire board game 16. Representatives Kelly Potenza, Nikki McCarter, Diane Kelly, Shane Cy Roy Emily Phillips, and Jason Gearhard within 7. I'm sorry for laughing, but that name was kind of funny, especially with this notice, right? Within 7 business days that you intend to comply with my lawful orders duly issued by way of this notice. If you intend to comply, you hold on. I always think that I'm gonna pause. I always think that Father God and Holy Ghost and Jesus Christ, they have the dopest sense of humor, because it's like when you see the words that are just out there, I mean, they just match up to everything that's going on, man. Okay, all right, let's keep it going. It says, within 7 business days that you intend to comply with my lawful orders duly issued by way of this notice, period, okay? If you intend to comply, you shall notify the above listed representatives immediately by their state house email addresses. This notice is delivered to you in the peace and love of Christ under a desire to reconcile trustees back to their contracts on good terms with their grantors, okay? Period, the end. All right, check this out. Please take notice, right, to that knowledge. Any person, remember what a person is, any person found suppressing this lawful communication between the people/grantor and government/agents/trustees, or repeat, and government agents/trustees is engaging in tortuous interference of contract and agrees to pay the sum of $5,000 per count or infraction, okay? Then you got that line, then you got that autograph, then you got that date, man. So that's it, man. So just know that, these words that we just read, this notice is this knowledge. There's going to be a link in the description, and that's going to be the job form. And that job form is going to take you to that notice. And then you, as one of the people, after hearing these words and after reading these words yourself, you now have a duty and an obligation to sign this notice. If you agree with these words as written, to sign this notice and help the people get out there and instruct our public servants, man. That's what we love to do, okay? So we're done with that bit, man. So let's go ahead and work on our closeout game. It says, remember the order, okay? You got God, Jesus Christ, Holy Ghost, okay? Remember this, okay? Creator creates creations. Remember this, okay? And then you got people create the bank table. What is the bank? The bank is a table. What is the table? The table is the bank. Also, the board is the bank, and the board is the table, and the board and the bank and the table is where people put in people to administer the people's trust, man. Remember this, and we're going to be cool, okay? And then you drop down, and then we got that building block, okay? This is that building block where it says observations about life. That's that Proverbs chapter 27:17, King James Version. That's what's up. All right, check out 17. It says, iron sharpeneth iron. Remember that, okay? So these words that we're throwing out there to you, they should be sharpening you up, okay? So a man sharpeneth the countenance of his friend, okay? Remember this, okay? And we're going to be cool. And then you drop down, and then we got that mission, and then that's that send throw. So we're sending out these words to you right now. It says, if you wish to be boss people and help instruct, right, then click link in the description, okay? Like I said, the job form link is going to be in the description. You, as one of the people, now have a duty and an obligation to click it, read it. If you agree, sign it, and then send it out there and help the people instruct, man. All right, thanks for listening. Done Simple Love, man. So that's it, man. That's that New Hampshire board game. We're done with that bit. So let's go ahead and read the title again, so then the people know what's up, and then we're just going to shut it down. It says, The People's Notice to New Hampshire Education Commissioner, okay, Frank E. Del Blut, okay? This knowledge was sent for you, man, so now you have a duty and an obligation to obey, unless that you think that you can boss or lord over the people, all right? So we're done. We're going to put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows, man. Today's Friday. Today's Love Day, man. We're going to hang out with Christ, and we're going to just chill, man. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.
Let's put some gravy on it.